Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hey, Junaid. Good morning.
Uh,
How are you?
Just yeah, I'm good, sir.
Okay.
ఇప్పుడే జస్ట్ క్లోజ్ చేశాను.
Mhm.
మళ్ళీ
ఓకే. సారీ నేను లేను కదా. సో
అవునవును.
నేను ఇంకా వేరే దాంట్లోనే ఉన్నా. ఓకే. సో what have we discussed yesterday? What did we discuss in the last
ఫంక్షన్స్
class?
నో ఎస్టర్డే డిస్కస్ అయింది. నేను క్లాస్ లేదు అంటే బిఫోర్ దట్ డే
In last
డిస్కస్
class.
అబౌట్ ఫంక్షన్స్, స్ట్రింగ్ ఫంక్షన్స్.
Okay. So if we have function, we have completed all the, system functions, right?
స్ట్రింగ్
Okay.
ఫంక్షన్స్ అండ్ mathematical functions.
String functions, mathematical functions, aggregate and
Yeah,
date
aggregate functions.
functions.
Yes.
So all four we have completed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mathematical,
Mathematical aggregate,
aggregate
string
functions,
and date.
string. No, date is not yet completed.
Okay. Okay. So we will do string now.
Sir, one more doubt.
Mm-hmm.
In our constraints about
Mm-hmm.
adding a constraint for existing table.
Mm-hmm.
We can add a constraint, any constraints to the table, no, sir?
Yeah, we can add any constraint to a table,
But
that depends on depends on whether the table is having already data or not. If the table is empty, no, we can add most of the constraints. If the table is not empty based on the data inside the table, so we have to choose our constraint. Because if there are already duplicates in the data, we cannot add primary key. Okay, and we cannot add unique key. If there are no nulls, if there are nulls already available, multiple nulls, we cannot add everything. Yeah. So
it
that
might
depends
be
on data as well.
clash or conflict, I think.
Sorry?
If we add.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. About can you please tell me as syntax for foreign key and not null? A bit confused about that.
What is that?
For
What is it about foreign
syntax
key?
of add constraint is we can give a command like alter table name, and then we will give add constraint and constraint name. For which type of constraint we want to give and type of constraint. After that, we need to give a table name with column name, or only column name we should mention.
See, you should give the first, whenever you're trying to alter a table, the first command keyword you should use is alter table and the employee table. I mean the table name. Okay.
Table name. Yeah.
Then depends on your requirement. You can add column. You can use add column or add constraint.
Yeah.
Those things you can use. Okay.
Okay.
After adding constraint, so you should give it a name.
Yeah. Constraint name.
Yeah. Constraint name. Not primary key and foreign key. The proper constraint name. There would be a particular name for every key.
Yeah.
So you should give that. Then you should go for the type of constraint and on what columns you're trying to refer to.
Okay. We can give a directly column name.
Yeah, you should give actually.
Okay. I tried with a table name with a column name along with in parentheses.
You should write for foreign key. There will be a term called references. So you should use that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about not null constraint? If you want to add a not null constraint, then we need to follow the syntax, or it has some different.
No, you can use the same syntax.
Same syntax.
Yeah. So there is nothing different about syntax.
Okay.
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 You can use the same one. So you should follow the things, alter table, table name, and add constraint, constraint name.
And for renaming the columns, or what should we do?
For renaming, it's a bit of complicated things. Sometimes the things will work and sometimes the thing will not. So usually in SQL Server, so there is another SP. So something called SP underscore rename. There is that SP, is the SP underscore rename. So by using that stored procedure, we might, try to change the column name. Yeah. But no, most of the cases we don't use that. We don't, try to change columns or anything. Changing the column names is not, what we do regularly, or once in a blue moon we'll be doing that. Yeah. So just for your friends, just keep this SP name SP underscore rename. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anything? Any other doubts?
No, nothing. That's the only thing.
Okay. So are you good with the system functions?
Yeah.
So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So you can see this SP name here, right?
No, sir. It was, I think, you are not right.
Okay, I did it. Okay. Fine. Okay. So shall we move on to the date functions?
Okay.
So the first function we have to, what we'll be using regularly is get date. Okay. So get date is a function which will give you current timestamp.
Okay.
It will give us the current timestamp, whatever, with date and time. Okay. And there is something called, we have different functions. Just month, select. So if you want to get only month from the date, whatever the date you have, you can use the function month of, what is the date? You can give the date, like manually you can give any date. Okay. Like this, let's say I'm giving like this. Okay. You can manually give the date, or if you don't know the date, you can give some column name. If the date is in column, you can give the column name there. Okay. Like, you will have some columns with date, right?
Yeah.
You can give the column name inside also. Okay. So for every row, it will give a month. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to get, some random dates, I'll take the just current date itself. Okay. So get date will give me the current date. Okay.
Yeah, current date.
Yeah. I want to extract month out of it. Okay. So this is the 12th month. Okay. Same wise we have for year. Okay.
Yeah.
And like this we have for day. Okay.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So similarly, like this, similar to this, to these functions, we have something called date part. Okay. So it will also extract different parts in the given date. Okay. Select date part of. So for this date part function, we have to pass two arguments. Okay. First one is which part of the date you want, whether it is month, year, or day, or anything like hours, hour, minutes, or something, and the date. Okay. So if I want here, so you will see if I'm typing y here, you can see different formats of
Different
things.
formats.
Yeah, you can select
In
any
the
anything.
same, we can give on the above statement, sir, as we discussed.
Yeah, above statements also give.
Can we take time also?
You can try. We'll try.
Select hours.
I'm taking
Okay.
hour.
No, is not.
So what does that mean?
Okay.
So hour is not there as a function name. Okay, we only have till day. Okay.
Okay.
So, but using date part, you can get the time as well. Okay. So
In date part, we can
get that time as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So what is it saying?
361. What is
It is 361. So here, if you see every different, you have when you type UI here, so every Y, so it gives you a different result. So based on your requirement, you can just follow you can just take your years. Okay. So Y, like Y means a different thing here. Okay. If you want year, you can just go for directly year or Y. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the same way, have something called for month also you can use months. Hour. You can go for minutes. Okay. We can go for
in date part, we are getting a time.
yeah.
Even
So if
time
you see
also.
here for second also, you have different types of seconds. You have seconds, nanoseconds, milliseconds,
Microseconds,
till microsecond you
Okay.
can get. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So this is how we can give date part. Okay. So let's say you want to apply the date parts on table, like in tables. We have something called select star from MP, right? Okay. Yes. So we have some dates right here. Let's try and apply our date part logics here. Okay. So I want to extract years. Okay. So you saw in this what? Saw in the table, right?
Yeah.
So we have something called high date column. So I want to extract year out of all the records. Okay.
Yes.
So you see it had extracted all the years from the higher date. Okay. So I've taken that as a new column.
Yeah. While we are selecting, we can, instead of that hire date, in the same hire date column only, we can we get that year part?
Yes, because that is the column which is having the date, right?
Oh, okay.
So these other columns we don't have any date.
Yeah.
So only in this higher date column we have data in date format and it is actual date. Okay. So only this column we treat it as date, right?
Yeah.
Same if you want to get some month, like the same thing, using this function also you can get the same result. Okay. See, both functions works the same. Okay.
Yes.
But date part has so facility to get to go till time as seconds also. Okay, it will be able to part time also. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have something called date name. Date name, yeah, date name. Select date name. It's giving us 361 days base. It is giving us some what which year it is, not the year name. Okay. So there will be some default uh, year from where it will consider the dates. Okay. So it has counted the number of years and it is giving us the number of what is the number of this year. It is giving us that one. Let's show you month here. Okay. So it is giving us December. Okay. It is giving us the month name. Okay. In the date part, if you see, if I check for month, it is giving us the number of the month. Yeah. Here it will give us the name of the month. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want some which day of the week, date part of weekday, you can check that. Today is Tuesday.
Okay.
Right. It has given us Tuesday like that. So you have the different things here. So you can check for day of the year.
361.
361. So we might have how many days left this year?
I think
6, like now, 5 days left. Okay.
Yeah. 4 days are left.
Yeah. So here, this is like how like you can get the name of some particular date. Okay.
In the year part, what is it's giving something like 360?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next part is date diff. So date diff gives us the difference between two time ranges. Okay. So if you want to calculate the time range between two dates, you can calculate that. So here I'm taking if I want some difference, okay, in years. So first I have to specify in which in which unit you want the difference, whether it is in minutes, hours, days, months, or years. Okay, in what unit you want the difference. Okay, I want the difference in years. Okay, you have to pass the first state. Okay, so the difference between how many years? 4 years. Okay, from 2012 to 2016, it is 4 years of difference. So if we want it in months, okay. So if you press M, you'll get some different options. You can choose any one of them. So we have got 56 months of difference from January 2012 to September 2016.
Yeah.
Okay.
Difference between the date.
Yeah, it will gives you difference between two time ranges or dates. Okay. I'm trying to get the difference in hours. So how many hours difference? It is 8 hours difference. Okay, from 11 to 19. Okay. And if you want the difference in minutes, you can get the difference in minutes also. 480 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so there is one more date function, that is date add.
Date add.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here you can add a particular interval to the given date. Okay. So suppose if you have a date here, you can add particular interval to that, like you can add some years, okay, or you can add some hours, or you can add some minutes to that. Okay. Let's see. Date add. So now you have to specify what is the interval for that. Okay. So in which interval, what is the interval you want to add? Okay. You want to add what, let's say days. Okay. So you want to, how many days you want to add? I want to add 10 days. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I want to add 10 days to this date.
Okay.
So what it is showing? 11th. But what I've given the date?
1. Okay.
1.
We are given 1 no?
Yeah.
January.
Yeah. We have added 10 days to that.
10 days.
So if I add 10 days to that, it will be 111. Okay. If I put minus here, it will give you the previous date.
Previous.
Sorry. Right. So it has decreased 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you give positive, it will give you future date. If you give minus, it will give you the past date. Okay. You can try to add year also here. It had gone past to 2002. Yeah. Okay. So this is the data add function. So if you want some future dates, you can use that. Okay. If you want to add or subtract some intervals, you can do that by using data add functions. Okay.
Here we
These are
have to
the
give.
system functions.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's finish. So conversion functions. Okay. We have to cast and
Is
convert.
there any limits for date? Till date only we have to give. um, Is there anything like that?
Yeah, in system there would be a limit. I think we can go past up to 1900. I think,
Okay.
and
Mm,
in future maybe till 2098 or something. I'm not sure of the number, but there is a
Okay.
limitation.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the different cast functions. Okay.
Okay.
So these two functions, so these cast is a function and convert is another function. Okay. These two functions are used to convert the data types. Okay.
Mm,
So from one data type to another data type. Okay.
okay.
So let's say you have some numbers and you want to add that add that number to a string column. Okay.
Okay.
So you cannot add that, right? You cannot add integer to a string column, like a varchar column, right? It will accept only what?
Mm,
Strings,
okay.
right? So let me show you. So here there are some here we have ename and job, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are these columns data types?
Character only. Where character?
Yeah, varchar or and varchar. So but
Yeah.
they're related to string data types, right?
Yeah. It's related.
But if you want to add a number to the string columns, so can you add that? If you want to add integer, can you add that?
We can add by using in single quotes. Number is
Yes.
accepted, no? No.
Yeah, by using single quotes, you can add that. Okay, but
Yeah.
that will be considered as string again. Okay,
Yeah. That
but
will also
if you
consider
want,
as string.
yeah, if you want to convert that data type and add, so there is also another way.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to, put strings there. So if you give strings to that number, it will be a
No.
direct string.
Yeah.
It will be directly treated as a string. It won't be like, it won't be treated as integer in the beginning from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning, it
Okay.
will be treated as what? A string only,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So let me show you. This is the syntax for cast. Okay, so cast off. Okay, any number you can say. Okay.
For numbers, we cannot use as strings, no?
Yeah.
We cannot
Yeah.
convert
So
as
yeah,
integer as a
you cannot
string.
insert the string in integer column. Okay, you cannot
Yeah.
convert the string to integer, but you can do integer to string,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So let me show you. So this is an integer, right?
Yeah.
And this is another string data type. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you do that? Yeah, it has given me it has taken by default. Okay, let me show you another example. Okay, let me write something.
It's not possible.
So this is a pure string. Okay, and it is a pure integer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we cannot add both of them.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but let's say if this is also a string, so we can concatenate them. We cannot add them, we can concatenate them. Okay, we can add both
Yeah. Yeah.
strings, right? So this is the syntax for cast. Okay, cast of the expression or the value you want to convert to, and you have to give as to the and your destination data type.
Okay. Which data type do you want?
So this is the destination data type. Okay, and where is my destination data type, and it is my expression which I want to convert to. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to use as keyword here.
Okay.
You see. So
Yeah.
now this 10 is also considered as a string data type, okay, or the varchar data type, and it is when we are able to concatenate both strings, right?
Yeah.
Now let's try vice versa. Now I want to convert Zion as an integer. Yeah, and add. Let's see if it works or not. This won't work. Okay.
Yeah, string cannot be converted as integer.
String, we cannot convert string to integer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So the same function. So we can perform. I mean, the same operation we can perform using convert as well. Convert. First, you have to give the destination one and varchar comma 10.
Here the syntax is
different. Yeah. So both does the same operations. Okay.
Both are the same.
Yeah, both does the same things.
Okay.
Yeah. But this convert function is, in most of the cases or regularly, this convert option is used only for date formats while converting the date formats. Okay. So right now, so whatever the dates we have given, right, all these dates, right, there might be in date time data type. Okay. Right. So they might be in date time data type. So whenever you want to convert these date time data types to string data types, okay, so we will be using the convert things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So these are about the conversion functions. Sorry. Okay. So have we discussed about this is null operator?
No.
No, right?
No.
So we have two kinds of things. Okay. Two kinds of is nulls are there. Okay. One is this one. Okay. And another one, and another is null is a function. Okay. So if you observe here, this is null has brackets and this is null doesn't have. Okay. So whenever a keyword is having brackets, you should treat it as a function. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a brackets, that means this is null is a function. Okay. You should blindly remember that. Okay.
Yes.
So here this thing is an operator. Okay. So like how we have we have used between, right,
Yes.
and greater than or equal to.
Yeah.
So they're all operators, right? The same way the is null here is also an operator. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see how it works. Let's start from EMP. Okay. So here I can give, I can use this operator in where condition. Okay. Where mgr is null. So it will filter out all the null values wherever in mgr, wherever the null values are there, it will pull out all the null values. Okay.
Okay.
So this is just used an operator. Okay. So if you want the other values, you can use is not null.
Yeah, remain belong to.
So now you will get other than the null values, you will get all the other values. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm giving it like this. Okay. So this didn't work. So here also I'm giving equal to null, right? Here also I'm giving equal to null. That means it has to pull out the null value. But it didn't. To pull out the nulls, you should use this is null operator. Okay.
Okay.
So you cannot give equal to nulls and expect it to pull out all the nulls. You should use this is null operator. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if it works as a string. It didn't. Okay. So we have given an varchar value to filter out to an integer column, right? So mgr is an integer column, but we have given a varchar string, right? Varchar value. Yeah. That's why it has given us the conversion error. Okay. So you can use like this is null or is not null. So this is how we can use the is null operator. And now let's see how to use the is null function. Okay. So whenever here I'm able to display nulls in my data, right?
Yeah.
I can see nulls in my data. So what does it mean? So that means while loading the data into this EMP table, my source had some null values or blank values. Okay. So after loading it to SQL, so the blanks in the source are shown as null values, right?
Yeah.
But while displaying the data, I don't want to show the customer the null values, okay, or my manager the null values. So what I can do is select. I can use the seasonal function here. So using seasonal function, you can replace the null value with the value you want. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say for commission, all the null values should be displayed as no commission or any. So it is saying the commission. The thing is, the commission is an integer column, right? You see here, the commission is an integer column, but I'm trying to give a string value, the varchar value to that. Okay, so this doesn't work. Okay, let me put 0 here instead of showing null values. I can show zeros. Okay.
By using function, we can
replace the null values with the desired value.
With that, yeah.
Okay. You can give any number you want. Okay. So wherever there is a null value, so it will replace that value with the given value. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear about is null? This is how we can use the is null function. Okay. So let's move on to joins.
It has I think in separate column it's showing, sir.
Yes.
While we want to show for a client or manager, whoever it is, if we, even though the nulls are visible, then
just a minute. Jonah, Papane. Go out. అక్కడ మమ్మీ ఉంది అక్కడ. Sorry. So you were asking something, right?
Yes, sir. In commission column, nulls are visible. If we want to show
okay.
some
Got
person,
it. Yeah, we can take the column names here. EMP number.
Yeah. Okay.
E-name, job, MGR, like this. Okay. And whenever you get the commission column, you can show is null of.
We can implement a function here.
Yeah, is null of commission.
Okay, comma 0.
Yeah.
Comma.
Like this. You can give the alias name for this. Okay. So you can do one thing. So before loading the data into this, let's say this is the final EMP table. Okay. So this is the main table that will be used for reporting purposes. So while loading the data from source to this table, okay, in between you can keep another table, which we call it as a staging tables. Okay. So where we temporarily load the data from source before loading it to the final tables. Okay. So we call those tables as staging. I mean, the staging area. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever the data that is there available in the source, you can directly dump into the staging table. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just dump all the data straight into that staging table, and whatever the corrections or whatever the cleanup we have to perform on that data, so we will perform in the staging tables. Okay. Like,
Okay.
so if we have to remove the nulls here, so I can use by using the is null column, I can replace the null values with some other value. Okay. Instead of doing select, I can just directly update this. I'll just directly update this value in the commission column. Okay. So if I update, the data will also be updated, right, in the background. Yeah. So okay, I'll just update the data in I'll just update the null values using the is null function. Okay. And if I want to delete some records, or if I want to change some values, if I want to change the case of the names, okay, I'll just change the case of the letters. I'll do all those corrections and cleanups, and whatever the final data is available, I load that data into this final EMP table. Okay.
As you said, staging table.
Yeah, we have to create another staging table like this. Okay. So let's say EMP is the final table, and I'll create another table called EMP underscore staging.
Okay.
With the same metadata.
Table
Yeah, duplicate table, but it is a kind of truncate and load every time. So every time we load the data into the table, okay, that is a truncate and load. What does that mean? So every time before loading the data, so we will truncate the table. Means we will delete all the data in the table and reload the table. Okay, that is what truncate and load mean. Okay. So before loading the data into the table, so we'll just truncate the data and load the new data. Okay.
కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ ఉంది సార్ ఇది. అంటే మనము ఈ డూప్లికేట్ టేబుల్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసి
సోర్స్ నుంచి సోర్స్ డేటాలో చాలా మిస్టేక్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా. సో ద డేటా ఈస్ నాట్ ఆల్వేస్ కరెక్ట్ వాట్ వి గెట్ ఫ్రమ్ సోర్స్. సో డేటాని మొత్తం స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్ లోకి లోడ్ చేస్తాం యూజింగ్ ETL. ఓకే. సో డైరెక్ట్ లోడ్ చేస్తాం వితౌట్ డూయింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్, డైరెక్ట్ లోడ్.
అంటే డేటా పుల్ చేసుకుంటాం.
డేటా పుల్ చేసుకుంటాం టేబుల్లోకి. సో పుల్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఈ EMP స్టేజింగ్ అనేది టేబుల్లో మనకు కావాల్సిన కరెక్షన్స్ అన్ని చేసుకుంటాం. ఓకే. నల్ వాల్యూస్ ని రీప్లేస్ చేయడము, లేకపోతే డూప్లికేట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే డిలీట్ చేయడము. ఓకే. లేకపోతే మనకు కావాల్సిన మనకి అనవసరంగా ఉన్న డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నంబర్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ డేటా ఏదైనా ఉందనుకో ఆ అనవసరమైన డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ డేటా డిలీట్ చేయడము. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఇది చూసామంటే అన్ని క్యాప్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి నేమ్స్. సో వాటన్నిటిని స్మాల్ కేసులోకి మార్చుకోవడము. సో అలాంటి చిన్న చిన్న క్లీనప్స్ కానీ ఓకే ఏమన్నా ఉంటే సో ఆ స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్లో చేస్తాం. డైరెక్ట్ టేబుల్ ని అప్డేట్ చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వాడాను అంటే జస్ట్ నీకు చూపించడం వరకే. సో నీకు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ టేబుల్లో అప్డేట్ అవ్వదు, ఒరిజినల్ టేబుల్ అలాగే ఉంటది. కానీ నేను వాడిన సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కాబట్టి నేను మనకు డిస్ప్లే అవ్వేంత వరకు మన ఇలా డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. కానీ వెనకాల ఫిజికల్ టేబుల్ అప్డేట్ అవ్వదు, రైట్? సో మనం ఏం చేస్తాము, అప్డేట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వాడతాం మనం. అప్డేట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఐడియా ఉంది కదా, డిస్కస్డ్. యా, సో యూజింగ్ అప్డేట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వాడి నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఇలా రాస్తాను అప్డేట్ ఈఎంపీ స్టేజింగ్ అని రాసి అప్డేట్ ఈఎంపీ స్టేజింగ్ సెట్ కమ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఈజ్ నల్ ఆఫ్ కమ్ కమ 0 అని ఇస్తాను. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ కమిషన్ లో ఉండే వాల్యూస్ అన్నిటికీ ఈ ఫంక్షన్ అనేది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఫిజికల్ టేబుల్లో కూడా ఫిజికల్ ఈఎంపీ స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్లో కూడా నాకు రీప్లేస్డ్ వాల్యూసే ఉంటాయి. ఓకే ఓకే. సో ప్లస్ నాకు ఇంకా ఏమన్నా ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ కేస్ కావాలనుకో, సో దాన్ని కూడా అప్డేట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ రాసుకుంటా. సో నేను అన్ని ఏం చేస్తున్నా, ఈ టేబుల్ పై ఈ స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్ పైన పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నా. నాకు కావాల్సిన కరెక్షన్స్ అన్ని ఇందులో చేసుకుంటున్నా, స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్లో పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నా. సో నాకు అంతా పర్ఫామ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు 3-4 క్లీనప్లు ఉన్నాయనుకో, సో 3-4 క్లీనప్లు చేసిన తర్వాత నాకు ఈఎంపీ స్టేజింగ్ టేబుల్ కరెక్ట్ అవుతుంది మొత్తం. సో కరెక్టెడ్ డేటా ఉంటుంది, నాకు కావాల్సిన రిక్వైర్డ్ డేటా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఫైనల్ డేటా కదా అది మనకు ఈఎంపీ స్టేజింగ్ లో ఫైనల్ టేబుల్ డేటా రెడీ అయింది. సో ఫైనల్ రెడీ అయిన డేటాని నేను మెయిన్ టేబుల్ ఈఎంపీ టేబుల్లోకి పంపించుకుంటా. ఈ టేబుల్ నుంచి ఆ టేబుల్లోకి లోడ్ చేసుకుంటా. అంతే. ఇప్పుడు అలా లోడ్ చేసుకోవడం వల్ల నేను ఈఎంపీ టేబుల్ ని టచ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే అది నా మెయిన్ డేటా. ఓకేనా? సో పాత డేటాలు కూడా చాలా ఉంటాయి దాంట్లో మెయిన్ టేబుల్లో. సో నేను ఏమన్నా అప్డేట్ స్టేట్మెంట్లు డెలీట్ స్టేట్మెంట్లు దానిపైన రాస్తే ఏమన్నా తేడా జరగచ్చు, ఇన్ కేస్ మాన్యువల్ ఎర్రర్స్ పాసిబుల్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో మనం ఆ టేబుల్ ని టచ్ might be if you write a wrong update statement or wrong delete statement, the old records will also be already existing data will also get affected, right? So to avoid that table create చేసుకొని మనం modifications అని చేస్తారు. Yeah, we do all the cleanups and load the final data into the main table. If we want to now staging table is all done. Yeah, all done. Everything is fine. And then if you need to implement those updates in original table, any source table, source data, then how would we do that? Then just we need to copy or we'll just copy that data into the table. So in EMP staging table, we have the final data, right? Yeah. So we did all the corrections on the EMP staging table. Yeah. On the staging table. Okay, remember this. Yeah, my doubt is we need to copy that update things using, or we need to write a whole. Yeah, we'll copy the whole data. Yeah. See every time. Okay. So this is an employee table. Let's say this is an employee table. Okay. Yes. So every day you'll not get the same employees table. If there might be some employees leaving, there might be some employees. Okay. Yeah. Coming in. So every day there will be new data. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So if you want to load the data, keep on updating the data, you can do it daily, okay, or you can do it monthly. Okay, that is that depends on your company. Okay. But so whatever the data comes from source, everything should be loaded to the final table, the EMP table. Okay. Yeah, okay. In between we have to do some just corrections. Okay. Yes. See, let's say so we have updated the values only to these records. Okay. These 1400, 1300, 300 records we haven't updated, right? Yeah. So that doesn't mean we are not going to load them. We will load these things also. Okay, we will update, we will load everything. So this is the staging table. So we will load everything from this table to that table.
Okay.
Everything. We will just copy this data from here to there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So this staging happens. These staging tables are available in every company. So every company, uses this way of loading data into their final tables. Okay.
Yeah, and that is the approach, I think. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the case when you have only one or two servers. So companies usually prefer to have three environments: dev environment, okay, QA and prod, right? So if so whenever you have only one environment, you can kind of create the staging tables and then move to the main tables. If you have dev environment, you can directly load data into your dev environment tables and load from dev to prod. Okay. So if you don't have three environments, if you have only one environment,
then we need to go with
staging tables.
Yeah.
In the same server, you create the duplicate table and name it as a staging table. Load that data there, do the corrections, and move that data from here staging to main table.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any doubts here?
No.
Okay. So in my company, I have only I don't have dev server particularly, so I'm using the prod server only.
Oh, okay. Prod server. Then you are using a staging.
So I have only one server. Okay.
Okay.
So I use it as prod. I have to use it as a dev and everything. Okay.
Okay. You're following the same only.
I'm following the same approach here. So every time I try to load data to some tables, I first load it to the.
It will take. I think if you on daily basis you are pulling the data, then memory.
Yeah, memory will be there. So that's what I said. Something called truncate and load, right?
Okay.
See, once the data is loaded to the final tables from the staging table, I will delete the data in the staging table.
Yeah. Okay. On daily basis, you are following the scenario.
Yeah. So it is all automated, right? I don't have to do anything. So we have ETL processes, right?
Okay. No idea about ETL. So that's the reason why I'm getting.
Okay. So you know this SSIS, no?
No,
SSIS
sir.
format.
Yeah.
You know about, I mean, you know the word SSIS, right?
Yeah.
So that is an ETL tool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
In
that ETL
ETL
tool
we perform.
Yeah, that ETL tool will connect to a source, whether it might be your Excel sheet or any another database or another table. Okay.
Yeah.
So it will connect to source. Okay. So we have some options to do the transformations there, like this, how we did now.
Okay.
So there are different options to filter the data, or to replace the data, or we can add new columns there. There we have a lot of options there. Okay. We call them all as transformations. Okay. We can do all the transformations on the data, and then we will load the final data into, we will connect to the target, which is our final table, and we load the data into them. Yeah. So all this process happens in ETL tools. Okay. Yeah. So there are specified tasks will be there. Okay. So which is regular, which happens regularly. So we'll just put those tasks here. So every day the data comes into this folder. Okay. Or we will get the data in this file. Okay. We will give the names already. Okay. We will set the names. We don't have to do that manually. So the names are set. Okay. So in the same name file, you will get the data. So we'll give it the file name to the system. Okay. Every day at 8 o'clock, the system will check for that file in that folder. Okay. So whenever the file is there in the folder, okay, in that particular folder, so it will pick that folder and it will pick the data from that folder. It will load the staging table, and all the filters are also preset. Okay. We have designed all the filters. So what filter, I mean, what transformation you have to do. So whether you have to update the null values, or you have to delete the duplicates, or you have to update the names. Okay.
Okay.
So all those transformations are already preset in the package itself. Okay. So it will perform all those things, and it will finally load the data into the final table.
Okay.
So that is so we design a package for that. Okay. We call them packages, exercise packages. Okay. So once the package is designed, so every day it will perform the same activities.
Okay.
So that package, we can schedule the package whenever we want to run it. Okay. So I will schedule the package to run at 8 a.m. daily. So at 8 a.m. daily, every day, the package will run.
Okay. Automatically it will run.
Automatically.
Okay.
Automatically, the package will run. It will pick the data from source, does the transformation, and load the data into the target tables.
Okay. Actually, ఇది ఎక్సర్సైజ్ అంటే విన్నా అనుకుంటా, but then I have ever gone through that.
Okay.
That's the reason.
It's okay. Before starting our classes, so you can just go through some YouTube video. I know just the basic things.
Okay.
Don't have to go in a higher level. No, whenever you have time, just get a picture like how exercise looks.
How the
what is data,
overview,
like how are we connecting to source, how are we connecting to destinations. I mean, just the basic things. You'll have some idea before my class. At least you'll get some doubts also. If you have seen some different scenario, so you can ask me like how they are doing that. So can we also do that? So you'll get some different doubts also. Okay. So this is how, I mean, the regular process happens like this only, but ETL tools might be different. Okay. Some use Informatica, some use Talent. Okay. Some use ClickSense. Okay. So ETL tools might be different. All the ETL tools does the same action. Okay. So that's why they are called ETL tools: extract, transform, and load. So all the ETL tools perform the same operations, whatever the ETL tool it might be, not only SSIS. So whatever the ETL tool does the same thing. Only the UI might change, user interface might change, and the names might change. That's it. Okay. So in some tools it might be join. In some other tools it might be lookup. In some other tools it might be map. Okay. So the names will change. That's it. But all the functionality of the ETL tools are same.
Yeah.
Okay. So this just, I mean, a simple flow which I have explained: source, transform, and to target. That's it. Okay. So all these things, I mean, in regular basis also you have to do. Okay. So these are the regular things we do. So the thing is, you can think of, once the package is set, you don't have to do anything. So every day you'll be getting, different data. So not only one type of data, you might have to deal with the different data sets. Okay. So even though sometimes packages might fail, okay, because of this silly conversion errors might be there, or you'll get some extra, I mean, extra characters, or some characters they might be failing. Okay. So there might be different reasons why the package fails. Okay. So you'll have to keep checking them. Whenever the fails, you have to jump in and resolve the issue. Okay. So why? Because based on this data, there might be another package scheduled at 9 a.m. which requires this data. Okay. Where if the 8 a.m. package fails, so the 9 a.m. package will not have data again. So everything will be linked here.
Okay.
So there are some dozens of packages that will be running daily. So which might be interlinked. Okay. So if possible, sometimes I'll show you, my project, like how the things are.
Okay.
Real time ones. Okay. So you'll get some basic idea of that. Okay.
I will also go through that what's the basics of
SSIS.
and what's the UI, how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you'll get used to the UI, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's already 9:30. So okay. So tomorrow we will discuss about joins. Okay.
Okay.
So I think we are going at very slow pace, right? So yeah, it's been how many classes? 7?
6, I think. 6.
6 classes. Okay, it's just been last week we have started, right?
Yeah.
Sunday. I think we
Okay.
started on Sunday. Okay, fine then. So yeah, we'll pick up joins in next class. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.